I finally stopped hitting the snooze button and have been waking up before 4 a.m. consistently for the past 132 days. Here's how I did it. First, I set up my sleep schedule. When do I want to go to sleep and when do I want to wake up 7 days a week? It has to be consistent. For me, it was 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. Next, I made a commitment to myself that I wouldn't compromise on my wake up time or my sleep schedule. So then I set up my environment for success. I got my clothes laid out the night before ready for the following morning. So that way when I woke up, I didn't have to think about it. And I also planned out my morning to make sure that I didn't have to think about what exactly I'm going to do. So the night before, I journaled on what it is that I'm going to do in the morning without having to think about it. I laid out my clothes and then I took my phone and I put it outside of my bedroom. This ensured that I wasn't able to just flip over and press the snooze button. I had to physically get up out of bed to turn off the alarm. But by the time I was already awake, I had lights turn on at that time that were set on an automatic timer. So when I walked into the bathroom to turn off my alarm, the lights were already on and I was already there. So I just went ahead and splashed some water on my face. And by this time, you can already imagine how alert and awake you feel, especially if it's cold water. And also on top of that, I had something to look forward to. See, I'm a huge fan of coffee and I have an espresso machine at home. So I told myself, if I wake up and get up without hitting the snooze button, I can have my cup of coffee. And then I did some form of exercise. This is also a good habit to get into in order to not just improve your sleep, but to improve your overall well-being. And two of the biggest things I did to help me wake up consistently at 4 a.m. for the past 132 days was making sure that I don't use my phone 1 hour before bed and 1 hour after I wake up. This allowed me to go to sleep with a clear mind and also wake up with a clear mind. And then the second thing was getting an accountability partner. See, it's easy for us to negotiate with ourselves even when we make that commitment. But it's a lot harder when you know that there's someone on the other side expecting you to do the shit that you say you're going to do. They're holding you to a high standard that you know you want to hold yourself to. So that accountability partner is going to ensure that you do the shit that you said you were going to do. They're not making you do anything you don't want to do. They're simply saying, hey, you said you were going to do this. Did you do it? And I totally get it. It can be extremely hard to find an accountability partner when most of the people around you are okay with being average and don't necessarily care about growth. So if that's something that you struggle with and you're looking for an accountability partner, feel free to reach out to me with the word accountable and I'll see if I can help.